Nice. We like
Everything
that.
is coming through perfectly.
Yeah. And we're live now.
Are
Yep,
we?
we are. Yeah,
Okay. Hello and
we're
welcome
here.
to That Beautiful Life podcast. My name is Q, and I'm sitting here in the beautiful Red and United Kingdom talking to the beautiful Roger Briggs from all the way in Stockholm, Sweden. Roger, you're kind of out of focus. Oh, you're back in
Am
focus
I?
again. You were. Your camera was focusing on your mic for some reason, but it's now
Ah,
focused
yeah,
back on you
okay.
again. So we've got you in focus again. So yeah, how are you doing today, Rog? It is a Wednesday. It's been like what, 2 weeks?
Yes, it's actually 2 weeks. Time flies. We've been busy, things been happening, and yeah, we're getting into things. But no, it's fine. I would say it's pretty good. But as I told you just before we started, I, which very seldom happens this early during the evening, but I just sat down after dinner before the podcast because Isaac and Anneli, my wife, went away with the car fixing a few things. And I just watched something on TV. It was very random, like this. And I fell asleep. Like 10 minutes just disappeared. It was like, what?
Think you're out.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened, but no, other than that, it's good. And yeah, what about you? What about you?
Like I
Two
said to
weeks?
you, same. I've been having moments coming in from work and passing out. I came back from work tonight, and I don't feel tired. I think I don't know why, but I feel energetic today. I
Good.
feel alive. I feel raw.
Oh, that's good.
So that's good. It's a grand old afternoon. So
Hmm.
yeah, I cycled back from the train station. I had some to eat. I had some Korean food.
Oh,
Yeah, I picked up some Korean takeaway on the way home because I knew that my missus hadn't cooked anything, and I was just thinking time wise because I have to prepare the show
true.
notes and all that kind of stuff, and I wasn't gonna have time to cook anything. So I was like, you know what, I'll just pick some on the way. Don't worry about it. And yeah, I picked up some Korean food and I had that for
Yeah.
dinner. So
Yeah.
that was all good. Not too bad, not too shabby. Korean food is good. But yeah, generally it's been a week. It's been 2 weeks. It's been busy, exhausting. I've had up days, I've had down days, I've had in between days, I've had
Mm.
busy times, just getting stuff done. So yeah, it's been a hell of a thing. I think one of the things that I did this week, and I kind of wish we podcasted yesterday because of that, was I ended up going to the doctor. I had a doctor's
Oh.
appointment, and I had one last week as well, if
Mm-hmm.
I'm remembering correctly.
Mm.
And yeah, that appointment led to me having a needle stuck into my arm and blood extracted.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've not been feeling the best. I've had
Oh.
a few things that have had me a bit you know, where I've been feeling uncomfortable. I've been having this sort of twitchiness in my forehead, and I called the GP
Oh.
and I went in, and they told me it's based on everything that they've checked about it. It's
Mm-hmm.
more likely than not, it's just stress, and
Yeah.
when they checked my blood pressure, it was pretty high. So then I was like, oh crap. So then
Mm-hmm.
I've been having to. I have this thing here.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
I've been having
Look
to
at that.
check my
Yeah.
pressure on a daily basis,
Right.
just to make sure that it's fine. And
Is it both values, like the up and
yes,
low, or
it
yeah,
gives
both are
both.
high? Hmm.
Both were high, so I was not doing too good. Not doing too good. I'm fine now. The numbers are down. They're down today. So I after I went and give blood so they can test the blood and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff, and I've been testing it day in day out, and I ran my blood test, my pressure yesterday and today, and it's been good. It's been
Hmm.
within good margins for me, so that's good. A lot of people, when I tell them it, they're like surprised, like, "Oh, but you cycle, Key. You're such a healthy guy. How are you? How's your pressure high?" But according to the doctor who saw me, she's like, "It's more like you're not stressed." She's like, "Is there anything that's worrying you?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's quite a lot actually."
Mm.
And she was like, "Yeah, just find you need to find ways to sort of like deal with that, and it's just some stress. It's probably more like stress and anxiety." So I've been having to sort of like compartmentalize some stuff at the side,
Mm.
because obviously there's work, there's home, there's well, bills, life, all that kind of stuff that I'm thinking about on a regular basis, and all of it is happening at the same time, obviously, because that's how life is.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just I think I've mentally overwhelmed myself and not done anything to sort of just like remove that sort of stuff to sort of offload. And one of the things I've started doing recently that helps a bit, that started helping, is I've started vlogging on my Instagram.
Mm. Yeah,
So,
I saw something.
oh, you've seen
Yeah.
it too. Yeah, so I've started doing that. It's been helping, and I initially started with just one, and I didn't intend to do more than one. But then people started messaging me and saying, "Oh my god, I like your vlogs you're doing. Like, keep it up. I want to see more."
Mm.
So
Yeah, but
I
that's
have,
nice. Mm.
yeah, it's good. It's good. I haven't posted any since last week, and people are wondering if I'm going to post. I am. I've just been busy. I've just been busy with work. I've got some stuff tomorrow with regards to work that it's like an important milestone at work. So my focus is kind of there at this point in time,
Of
and
course.
then
Yeah.
I've got I've just got stuff at home that needs to be doing, and then you've got Christmas coming up as well. So there's also that.
That too. It's
So Alex has asked me to take out the tree. I don't even know where the tree's gonna go because yeah, we've put the guinea pigs in the dining room, so they're over there now. They're in the
aha,
room right
okay.
next to me. And the dining room is it's a mess. There's a bunch of stuff in there. It's sort of become like a storage area, and I do need to offload some stuff or move it or restructure it or something. But I just don't have the capacity to sort of like
No.
do that. And the Christmas tree usually is
Yeah.
in there. I've been thinking to put it in here and somewhere around near by the window over there, but
Mm.
we'll find out when we find out how I end up addressing that thing as a whole. But
Yeah.
with everything that's been going on, I've adjusted my diet. I've been drinking a lot more fluids. I've cut out coffee completely, no caffeine. Um and yeah, I've been taking more walks, and the blood pressure's come back down. So
Good.
with regard,
Mm.
so I'm within a normal margin. I'm still waiting for the results from the blood test to find if there's anything else that I need to be concerned about that could
Sure.
be adding to everything else. But since I've been doing everything that I've been doing, the twitchiness has sort of stopped, so that's been good as well. And I've just been cracking on. So yeah, that's kind of.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at that now. Isn't it's a bit interesting when you say that. First off, I want to say I think it's great that you took action and went to the doctors and test the blood and now checking the blood pressure.
Mhm,
Because I think I told you, I can say this now in the stream. My wife, Annalie, has had some problems lately, like 2, 3 months or something.
mhm,
And if we go back in time a bit, a few weeks, she did about the same things you've been doing, right? In her case, especially now since she's older, also
mhm,
she is on one medicine also
mhm.
that in order to get down the blood pressure.
Yeah,
Because as you know, I mean, and I would say her as well. Yeah, you said it yourself. She's very healthy. I mean,
yeah.
there's nothing like wrong with her, but apparently this has happened. So they decided to give her a kind of a medicine also to keep that in like a
Mhm,
check kind of thing. So when you say this, like what? But yeah, it doesn't have to be really how do you say, like a really like serious thing in a way. It's
yeah,
more a signal that the body in this case has taken, yeah, as you say, it can be definitely stress related. And stress is kind of strange because it sometimes you think, well, what, I don't feel stressed, you
yeah,
might say, or what, I'm cool, but there's a lot of things going on inside us that we might not really monitor or track
mhm,
because it's just been there. It's going on unconsciousness, but in an unconsciousness level. But at the same time, I mean, as you say though, you do describe things that I think many of us can relate to. Maybe even we have been there ourselves. I know for sure I have, and in a way, it comes and goes in periods. I would say in life maybe when we take a turn, and as you said, you new job with you and the situation with family, and you know, that's the thing. It doesn't really have to be sometimes big life changes or traumas even.
Yeah.
It can be, as you described it, normal life with some peaks,
Mhm.
that can kind of do that. So again, good that you're checking. I'm glad to hear that you're better and also already have taken action yourself when it comes to, as we have always been talking about, at least me, I should say me definitely, like some kind of exercise. The walks are great.
Yeah.
It really is. I do them too just because I enjoy it. And yeah, good. It's nice to hear that you have become better. It sounds like it at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
So far, I'm doing
Yeah.
a bit better. Uh, and again, it's the same thing you said about with regards to Anli and medicine. The doctor did say to me that if my pressure doesn't come down, they were gonna have to give me medicine as well. So I will. I am supposed to see this doctor again soon. I'm going to
Okay.
present my findings of my because I take a picture on my phone every day when I test it. So I'm going to show her the pictures and she'll tell me what's what. But again,
Yeah.
it looks like it's in a normal range right now. So I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's
Uh,
keep it that way.
let's keep it that way, definitely. So yeah, that's kind of that. Other than that, we've just sort of been cracking on with work. I got this. I don't know if I spoke about this before, but backpack.
Yeah. Right. I remember you talking about it.
Right, and I've
It
been
looks it
using
looks
it
really good.
now
Yeah.
for like a few weeks now, and it's so good. This thing
Mm.
is absolutely amazing. The stuff I have in here, the fact that I can bring my work laptop home with my laptop in here at the same time, and I
Wow.
take my Steam Deck to work with me from time to time. Tablets, it's it that bag is it is a it's one of the best purchases I've made. Now
Oh,
I
cool.
wanted to decorate that bag. I made a decision to myself. I want to make it cool. I want people to see my bag. They should know that this is the bag of someone who's cool. So I went on Amazon and I searched for like cool merch, like stuff that you can keychains that you can hang on your bag,
Okay.
and I found something from God of War. I I
Oh.
saw I
Oh.
saw Kratos' axe and I was like, that
Ah.
looks like a cool
There we
keychain.
go.
I'm gonna order that, right?
Of course.
I ordered this.
Yes. Perfect.
And the problem with this, though, this is a problem. This is solid metal. This is a hard,
Oh. Oh.
solid
Okay. Yeah. I understand.
metal swinging thing, and it's quite big as well. You can see from the size
Mm.
of my face. This thing is
Yeah.
long.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you have that on my back swinging around, and I'm on the bike, and this was flying around, this feels like a problem waiting to happen. Like this thing is quite realistic, like So I used it one day and I was like, this feels weird and uncomfortable. So now I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it. It's just sitting on my desk. But it's really cool though. It's got the
It is.
runes and everything,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
it is very cool, but I can't put it in my bag. so
No, I understand. Oh,
so
that's a pity in itself, but I understand why.
it's
It wow.
it is a pity. A second thing, I went to London. Well, I went to
Ah,
two places in the last week, other than home and work.
mm,
I've been to Cardiff this during
okay.
the last 2 weeks. I've been to Cardiff and that was amazing. That was pretty cool.
Wow.
It was for work, but hopped on a train, went to Cardiff, spent the day in Cardiff, and came back home. And then I went to London to meet a friend of mine who I went to school with when I was in secondary school, and
Oh,
she is from Trinidad and Tobago, like myself. And she recently visited to visit her grandmother who wasn't doing too well. Her grandmother's fine, but she at the time when she booked her ticket, her grandmother wasn't doing too well. And
okay.
while she was there, she told me she was picking up some stuff to bring back for me, some Trini stuff.
Oh, yeah,
And
there we go.
she brought me some Trini snacks and treats and all that kind of stuff. So I went to London to meet her and collect those things. And I was so thankful for her bringing this stuff for me. I went to Pop Mart with her, and I bought two Funko kind of Pop Mart figures, one for her and one for myself. and this is the one I got for myself.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh wow.
that's Madara Uchiha
Yeah.
from Naruto, and it's a random box. So I told her to pick which box she wanted. The one I told her to pick the boxes, and we'll just open them. So she did. She picked the boxes, and we opened them, and those are the ones that we got. So that one is sitting on my desk as well. But yeah, that is
Cool.
that's the gist of really what has been going on. Last thing. I also had my birthday. So that was last week.
Exactly. That was last
And
week. We're getting to that, bro.
I got a birthday present for my birthday. And my birthday present I got for my birthday. Well, this is the box. What's this?
Oh. Oh. What is that? It's a sound system, right?
It's a new speaker for my
Yeah.
desk. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Created.
it is I would have shown you the speakers themselves, but they're actually on my desk right now.
Yeah, of
And
course, of course.
these are the old ones because it's the same brand, Creative.
Yeah.
These are the old ones. The
Yeah.
new ones are like double the size of these ones, and it's got
Uh-huh.
a sort of subwoofer.
Yeah, nice.
And not the best PF speakers I've had in my life in the sense I've had like 7.1 surround sound, I've had 5.1 surround sound, I've had big speakers, small speakers, all sorts of speakers. But these are nice speakers. Like for the application I needed for right now, the way my setup is and everything, these work perfectly. They're nice. They fit on my desk
Good.
nicely. The sub is small. It's like that big, but it
Yeah.
has a
There we
nice
go.
enough top fit, so I can watch movies and get a bit of a bass. I can play games and have that. I can listen to music and so it's nice. So that's from my Mrs. Alex. So Alex got me
Oh.
those for my birthday. So thank you, Alex, for that beautiful pair of speakers that light up and do speakery things. So yeah,
Cool.
that's basically been it. I've had a solid 2 weeks of existing on this planet, and it's been absolutely amazing. Up, down, left, right,
Yeah.
spin around in a circle. I don't know what else to put on
I
there, but
hear you. I hear you, bro. Birthday and also doctors and checking the blah 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 blah. And yeah, and work, Cardiff, London. Yeah, okay.
work has been so much. I will say this much. I have, because of everything that's been going on, I have
Mm.
been having some blunders at work with some stuff, and it's been adding to my load. But as I was saying to, because I was talking to Alex on the way home about it, and I was just saying to her, like, like I can't change the fact of what has happened. All I can do is focus
Yeah,
on what I need to do next.
true.
And yeah,
Always.
so
That's
yeah, I can't really just. I'm having to compartmentalize. Okay, cool. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. What has happened has happened. I can't change those things. What I can change is what I'm gonna do going forward. So, and that's all I've been cracking on. I've got work tomorrow, so I'm gonna be in the office tomorrow. I've got to get up early, hop on the bike, get to the train station, hop on the train, get to the office, have breakfast in the morning, have a tea, blah blah blah, meetings, work, blah blah blah, finish the day off, and then there's Friday, and I'm free for like 2 days. The weekend is never long enough. But yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's it. That's my 2 weeks. That is it.
It's yeah. Wow, it's been a lot of things happening. Compact weeks as well.
Yep.
But you know how this goes. I mean, you have had your birthday,
Mm-hmm.
so we didn't podcast and close to your day, your date, your day,
It was literally on the
your
day
birth
actually,
date.
and I think that's the reason why last week when we were gonna do the podcast on Wednesday, I said to you, let's do it on Thursday because I was
Yeah.
like it would fall directly on the day, and then we could
Yep.
do it properly on the day. But then, yeah, I came home and Alex was on the sofa behind me there, and she wasn't feeling well, and she was like,
Right.
oh no, it's okay, I'll go upstairs, and I was like,
Oh, poor her.
you
Yeah.
could barely move right now. I'm not gonna just like,
No, 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 no,
oh,
no, no.
So I just thought, look, I'll just talk to Reg. I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll do
Mm.
next week instead. And she was like, but I was like, no, just fine, just rest.
Of course. We've said that so many times. Health, as we have also discussed here. It's so important. Otherwise, we can't do this anyway. So,
Yeah.
we gotta take care of ourselves and the family, the beloved ones. Uh, but again, I mean, it's late, but the tradition has to live. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Q. Happy birthday to you.
Exceptional as
Okay, there we go.
always. And you know how the tradition goes as well. Today also happens to be the day that your dad passed away a few years
That
ago.
is true.
So my condolences to you as per
Thank
usual.
you.
And yes, we now share this day forever and
Yeah,
ever and ever.
yeah. It's amazing when you think about it. I mean, we have said this before. It's like 6 years ago that happened, but it's like you have your birthday and my dad passed away. It's like, it's when the curves are, it's like this in a way. Very, it's strange,
Yeah,
but beautiful in a way. It's like,
definitely. It's
you know
it's
what I
it's
mean?
kind of like what our podcast is, you know. You have ups and downs and everything just sort of like in between, and you know,
Yes.
it's like that's kind of what life is, you know. You have
Mm,
good things, you have bad things, and we just have things in between, and we just sort of have to learn to navigate that, and that's kind of it. So yeah, because
it's true. It's
nothing's
true.
perfect, everything happens the way it's supposed
Yeah.
to, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But absolutely. And sometimes we don't know what it's going to lead to until
Yes.
later on. So, I mean, that's, how it is.
Yep.
But yeah, now it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. It's been quite, I would say, quite normal
Hmm.
here. I mean, work-wise, I've just continued, which I've said every time we've been podcasting to trying to finish my album. I am now finally. I am on the 12th cue, the
Hmm.
12th track.
Hmm.
So hopefully tomorrow, I think I will be ready tomorrow, and that's gonna feel really, really good.
Ooh.
As I told you, the work doesn't stop there. After that, I will start to make smaller revisions and redo certain things and improve
Hmm.
some of the tracks. Um, and I'll do that until the 20th or something. Yeah, as you said, we're getting closer to Christmas because on the 21st my mom is coming down. So
Hmm.
then after that I'll have time off from almost everything for a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's that. So I've been busy. I've been really into that. It's I think I hinted before when this is the new experience for me. I've never done an album like this, and when you're in one style, remember that this is horror music and quite abstract. It's like and when you're in that world and that soundscape all the time, you become a bit nuts, to be honest. But it's fun too, of course. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it in the first place. But we'll see what will come out of it. I hope it's going to be good. I do believe it has potential, though.
I'm sure it would be
Uh,
good. I mean,
yeah.
you're amazing at what you do, so I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. Especially because you have such an attention to detail about certain things, where it's just like
Mm,
you're like it has to be done properly. You know what you want. You're sort of meticulous about it. Even just if you watch the way you do your YouTube videos, the way you do your music, it's there's attention to detail. Even going to the gym, it's like gotta get that
uh,
workout
it's
perfect.
no, you're right. I am very much like that. I am very much like that. I would say for good, mostly, sometimes for bad, because it can also lead to what we just started to talk about, like stress, and
Hmm.
you put so much pressure onto you
Hmm.
because you want to leave like everything on some kind of level, whatever that is. But mostly, of course, it's a good thing. It's a
Yeah.
good thing to have uh, and not just stopping before you're like half done, or no, you go all the way and do your best,
Hmm.
whatever situation you're in. So yeah, so that's that. It was interesting week here in the beginning. I want to mention, Isaac is in this school when it comes to film,
Hmm.
and they're doing the last project now before Christmas, and they are supposed to make like a fictional uh, commercial film,
Hmm.
like 1.5 minute long, I think it's for an insurance company.
Ooh.
So they showed up here, he and his crew. This time around, he was a director, so he has been, writing the thing, and he was directing and everything. So it was a freaking, out here. First, they started upstairs, and then they were filming on. That was Monday, Tuesday down here. It was like cameras and lights and everything. I could hardly get out, to get my food for lunch and everything. But it's fun. They're very nice. I've met some of they were only four this time since it's a smaller production, but
Mhm.
it's no, it's cool. It's nice to see. So what Annalie and Isaac did, as I mentioned, they did something when I sat in front of the TV before the podcast and fell asleep a bit.
Mhm.
They had to get some of these big stands for the lights back to school, so we
Mhm.
used our car to just help him to get it there. Otherwise, it's gonna be hard to get it. So yeah, so that has been on the table. Was kind of interesting. Besides that, let me see now. Mm, yeah, Adam, my oldest son, he's going to, and I think I mentioned this before, he's going to Vienna tomorrow.
Adam messaged me about it actually. I think
Oh, he
yeah,
did?
he did. Yeah,
Okay.
he said I'm going to Vienna again to visit THQ
Right.
with a couple
Yeah.
other people from the office. Um
Hmm.
so yeah, so he's working. He's
Yeah, he is.
he
But
says looking
yeah.
forward to a calm Christmas. That's what he said in his message to me. So
Yeah, I think he needs that too. Most of us are just kind of looking forward to a bit of rest and be with family and everything. No, they're gonna be there and leaving tomorrow, yeah,
mhm.
and coming back on Saturday, I think. So he's gonna have some. Hello, Nalu. Hope you're fine.
Oh, Nalu's
Oh,
in the chat.
you
Hey
got your
Nalu.
e-bike. Look at that now.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, Nalu sent me a picture. He posted a picture on Discord of the e-bike that he's got. The thing
that's
looks
nice.
massive.
Yeah,
It looks huge. It looks like a motorcycle.
I can imagine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, I've seen pictures of those. It's as you say, it's sturdy.
And to be
Yeah.
honest, I was talking to someone in work about it today because our company there's a new policy that went out I think it was yesterday. And the policy is that e-bikes are no longer allowed to be charged on company premise or to be kept on
Ah,
company premises. Not because the
okay.
company hates e-bikes, but because of insurance. Like according to the insurance
Ah,
companies, if we have e-bikes and the e-bikes have batteries and the batteries
mhm.
can
There we
combust
go.
and all this other
Fire or
stuff,
whatever, or something. Yeah, yeah.
the odds of that happening is so like wow, like low. It's almost
It's super rare. It's super rare. Yeah.
super rare. But because of insurance,
Yes.
they've like, nah, well, you can't really charge it here and blah 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 and this and that and so forth. Keeping in mind, we've got electric chargers for electric cars outside the company building, and electric cars have the same type of batteries in them, but
Yes.
it's like these can stay on the company premises.
That's now this is interesting. This is interesting topic because we were just talking about Adam and the studio now
Mhm,
going, well, just him and a few others to Vienna to
mhm.
meet the publishers. At their studio, we've been in the area there,
Yeah.
I mean, Adam has an e-bike. They are allowed to take them up, to the studio.
Mhm.
Uh, so what? I'm like,
Again, it's this is
yeah,
the
it's different. It's different. I mean, yeah, yes, because of course that's good for them. They
it's
don't have to
good. It's
keep them
good.
out on the street and,
Someone's gonna steal it.
Yeah,
That's the thing I think about. Because what I
exactly.
noticed in the office, they're about when I was leaving this afternoon, I think I counted about 3 e-bikes. So there are about 3 people who work
Mm,
in the office
yeah.
who use e-bikes. One of them, I think he's one of the managers. So I don't know how he's gonna get by
No,
with
no.
it, but generally speaking, I think it's sort of a thing. If the company was gonna put a policy like that into place, for me personally, what I would have said is, why don't we just build a bike shed or something, and
Yeah.
that way we can please the insurance companies because I understand that it's for insurance reasons. So
Mm,
maybe somewhere in the car park, you put a shed that's a bike shed and it's
mm,
away from the main building, and then you put the bikes in there. And then that way, people can still bring their e-bikes and get to work, properly, and you can please the insurance companies. Because for me, it doesn't affect me. I don't ride an e-bike. I ride a regular bike, but
yep.
obviously it's affecting other people in the office. No, we'll see what comes of it, but that's the new company
Absolutely.
policy as
Yeah.
of now, and it's like, oh wow, I don't know how this is gonna.
No.
You know,
It's
it's
interesting. Yeah, it is a thing now for sure.
yeah.
Uh, I know that Adam had to fix his tire. His front tire got flattened, so
Hmm.
I think he did that. But anywho, he's coming back on Saturday. So yeah, it's preparations also. I know that Anli has been, as she's always good at planning that, starting to buy some Christmas gifts and stuff like that
Hmm.
already. So it's good. But other than that, I've been mainly. I mean, the weather has it's kind of interesting. It's quite warm outside. It's like 6+ degrees
Hmm.
Celsius or something.
Yeah.
We don't have any snow. It's just and it's been quite boring weather the weeks also we haven't been talking.
Hmm.
Sorry, like the 2 weeks with it's been mainly like gray skies and rain in between.
You're
Uh,
gonna need me to visit. Last time I
yeah,
visited, that's when the snow came.
that is
I'm
true.
I'm gonna have to
Hmm.
visit.
The
Somehow.
snowman, exactly. Yeah, bring the snow.
I honestly wish I could be
Nah,
visiting Sweden for Christmas, but yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's not gonna happen this year. But
No,
yeah, I mean, it's been pretty much the same here. It's like 8 degrees here right now.
yeah.
It's
Look at
been
that now.
wet, raining.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got these pair of boots in Norway when I visited, and my missus insisted, "Oh, you should buy these boots," because I wanted to get boots, but
yeah,
I went into this shop and I was like, "Oh, let's just see the price." So I'm looking at these boots and I'm like, "Oh, these are some nice boots. They look all right." She's like, "Okay, well, why don't we just get it?" And I was like, "Well, no, I just wanted to see what they look like. I don't really want to buy
yeah,
them
yeah,
right
yeah,
now."
yeah.
She's like, "Well, I'm gonna buy them for you." And she just grabbed them up, and took them to the till, purchased these boots for
Oh
me.
man.
And I'll admit, they're nice boots. They look great on
Hmm.
me. But then there's a problem.
What is the
The
problem then?
boots are letting in water, mate. Like, I don't know how the water. I think the
Oh,
sole is being detached from the whatever the hell it is. But yeah, expensive boots that these things were just
mm,
made for like fashiony walks or something, because they're not designed for
right.
like proper wet.
Ah, ah.
And it sort of annoyed me. It sort of annoyed me because like I was counting on these boots lasting me a long, long time, but now whenever I wear them and it rains, I have wet socks, and I don't like that.
No,
Uh,
that's not good. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, we've talked about that. We have got to keep our feet dry and warm and nice. Yep.
so I think
Don't want any flu now before Christmas.
a lot of
Nope.
people have it. A lot of people in the office
I
have
know.
it.
Yep, I know.
I think my sister had it. Xavi had it. Ty had
Okay.
something.
Yeah, right.
Eric was sick for some
Mm,
time. Yeah. I think the only people who didn't get anything was Alex and myself. I think the two of us,
okay.
because we kind of avoided everyone once they got sick, more or less. So yeah. With regards to Ty, I think he was the only one we didn't really avoid, but kind of kept at bay because we can't really avoid him. He needs taken care of. But it
Of
was like,
course.
look, like he'll come in the room coughing like, "Blah, blah, 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 don't get too close to me, get back."
Yeah, yeah.
And then he'll step back and
Yeah.
he'll like, "Don't turn away, cover your mouth, mate. You're coughing in my space." But yeah,
Mm,
he's all right. He's all right.
yeah.
Everyone's recovered. It's all good. We're all good.
Oh, that's good. Mm.
Um,
Hope it stays that way. Yeah.
Anything else to add before we jump into some
Ah,
topics?
no, I think it's time to do that actually. I don't have so much, at least I can't remember right now. It could have
Mm-hmm.
been something, but it's
Could have been
then it
something.
slipped my mind. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the top. I think we'll start with the title topic, which is it worth playing eFootball version 5.2, which is the last version that came out, and the version that I have installed that I've been playing. And long and short answer is, if you haven't started playing it, I would say maybe not. I
Oh,
would actually say pick up
really?
Inazuma 11. That game is out right now on Steam, and I would say if you're looking for a football game, jump in there. But if you are already playing eFootball, version 5.2 has dialed back the speed of the game and with regards to like players being able to run past players, and it's sort of, I guess
Hmm.
you could say, it's dialed back attacking and boosted defending. So defenders are a
Ah.
lot more capable now than they were in the last update, and the it
Hmm.
which now doesn't favor counter attacking playstyles like longbow counter, but it somehow, for me at least, it's favoring quick counter and possession.
Mm.
So I've had to change my play style and the way and my formation and a few other things just to get the best out of it. I've been having some successes, but I've not fully mastered this update as of yet. I plan to master it
Mhm.
at some point because I do hop in every day and practice and blah
When
blah
was
blah.
it released?
I believe this update came out on my birthday actually, on this
Aha.
on
Okay.
the 4th of December.
Yes.
And so I've been playing it since and just been practicing and so forth, trying to catch up to pace. Now, other than that, with the update, for those who are still playing football, like myself, at the very least, there are some things coming in this update. So in this update, we did get we're getting two free players. At least one of them is a daily sort of try. You get him, and after 30 days, he'll pop up. And I've been spinning for him day after day. I haven't got him yet. His name is Michael Olise, he is French. So he's a French football player he's English French. So essentially, he grew up in the UK, but I think his mom is French. So he kind of speaks French, and he plays for the French national team.
Okay.
But he's not, and I've noticed that happening a lot with a lot of players. There are a lot of players who their parents are from another East European country, but they're born and raised in the UK, and they represent that country. So Matty Cash, for example, I think he's got a Polish mom, and he grew up in the UK as well. But he plays for Poland. So Poland is the country that he
Aha.
represents. But it's weird when you see them because it's like they're like Matty Cash has an English accent and he's playing for the Polish national team. So he's like, he's like, yeah, you know what, yeah, right, yeah, yeah, mate, yeah, and but he's Polish. He's playing for the Polish national team, and it's the same for Michael Olise. He's got the English accent and everything, but he is French. He's played for the French national team, and he's absolutely amazing. He plays for PSG as well, so Paris Saint Germain, and he plays. Actually, no, he doesn't play for PSG. He plays for Bayern Munich. He plays for Bayern Munich,
Oh, okay.
and he plays for France. So he's the free player
Mm.
that we get. So if you do play eFootball, log in every day and try to claim him. If you get a chance, he's got Blitz Curler. He's one of my favorite players right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
He's kind of funny. When you see him in interviews, he does weird, funny interviews, and I like that. Let me see. Hey, Q, who do you think will win, Ronaldo or Messi? Ooh, it depends. I think they're both great players. I think I've had this conversation before. I'm not sure if it was you before, but I think Messi is a more technically better football player. I think Cristiano is a much harder worker. I think that's the difference between the
Mm.
two of them. They're both great players, and I think they both have their strengths in different
Yeah. Quite
arenas.
different players, to be honest.
Very different
It's
in
yeah.
the way they play. Messi is very technical. He's all about his
Mm.
skill and the way he carries the ball, and when he takes a shot, he places it. Whereas Cristiano is all he's power, and
Yes, it's
I
more power. Mm.
he's he trains hard and he's strong and he's all about muscle and jumping high and doing all this sort of stuff. And
Yeah, quite physical football, to be honest.
very,
Yeah,
very, very. And
more.
I think for me, I would if I had to just choose one on the spot, who is the arguably better player overall, it would probably be Messi because of the fact that his
Yeah.
skills are sort of timeless per se because of how he plays.
Mm-hmm.
But at the
It's a good
same
way of
time,
describing it. Yeah. Huh.
yeah, at the same time, who was my favorite would have been Cristiano Ronaldo. I've liked Cristiano for a longer for a much I've liked seeing Cristiano play and the way he plays for a much longer time than Messi. And that's not just take away anything from Messi. I think Messi's technically just a genius on the ball. But at the same time, yeah, Cristiano is the guy's a machine, and that's awesome. So
But
anyway,
that's the good thing. There we are again. I mean, the difference is you can
mhm,
still enjoy both, even
yeah,
though you might not share for the team that the other player is playing in. I mean, you can still recognize him from being, a great player, and we should just be happy that they are there, and that we have been able to experience especially their heydays, like the best of their football career days.
100%, 100%. And I say this a lot to people when it comes to football teams. Like, I'm an Arsenal and Real Madrid fan, but
Yeah,
when I watch football, like I'll watch Barcelona play, and
yeah,
technically speaking, because I'm a Real Madrid fan, I shouldn't like Barcelona.
no,
But I'll watch Barcelona matches or highlights, and when I see some of the stuff that players like Yamal do, or Marcus Rashford, or or Robert Lewandowski when I'm just
Yes.
like, wow, good goal, amazing
Yeah.
shot,
Yeah.
or even like Tottenham Hotspur, like I'm not a Tottenham fan because I'm an Arsenal fan. We don't like Tottenham around these parts. But that being said, I like a lot of their players. I think a lot of their players are very technical. There's a Swedish player that plays for Tottenham.
Yeah. Right. Who is that
What's his
now?
name? Kolashevsky.
Yeah, isn't it? I
Yeah,
think so.
Kolosh.
I can double
I
check, but
think
I think
it's
that's
something
yeah.
called Dar something. Kolashevsky is his name, and he plays for Sweden, but he also plays for Tottenham Hotspur, and he's a
Yeah.
really technical player, really really good. I think he plays on the left wing or something like that. I think he's really good. There's Mohamed Kudus as well. He's really good. Plays for his country is I think it's
Go,
Ghana or something.
excuse me, I just want to fill in. You are on the spot. It's Dejan Kulusevski,
Yep,
and Dejan Kulusevski. It's not a Swedish name. He has definitely roots in
Eastern Europe
Europe, like
somewhere. Yeah,
Eastern Europe. Definitely, I would guess maybe Serbia or could it be Croatia.
probably
A
it's not
bit
gonna.
like Zlatan area, if that makes sense. His roots down there also.
Yeah.
He might have been, of course, born and definitely raised in Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the name says it. Yeah. Hmm.
The names, and that's one of the cool things that I look at, like when you look at
Oh,
national
it's a
team.
young guy also. So, excuse me
He's
for
young, yeah.
yeah, no, but hold on. Dejan Kulusevski is an established offensive star. I mean, you described it.
Yeah.
And then we have this young guy, Lucas Bergvall. That's very Swedish,
Mm-hmm.
Lucas, that came to to Tottenham like 2024 and
Mm-hmm.
already made a goal in Premier League and whatever have you. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we can leave that. Okay,
You see, that's
I
the
learned
thing.
something new today.
You
Yeah.
see, look at that. To be honest, when I play football games or when I follow football, I do pay attention to certain countries. So like when I see, because of the fact that like I have friends and family from different countries,
Hmm.
when a flag pops up for a country that I recognize, I'm like, ooh,
Of
I'm
course.
interested in checking out this place. So
Yeah,
when
yeah, yeah.
Kulishevsky came up and he had the Swedish flag, I was like, ooh, let me check him out. And he was just great. Like he has really high curl in the game, and I could just curl shots at him. I was like, I like this guy. He's in my team. And
Nice.
it's the same for a lot of other players. It's like I check them out because yeah, their roots, and it's cool because a lot of the players you look at where they're like now when you look at football now, and football is the beautiful game. It's supposed to bring everyone together and stuff like that. And you look at, like I was mentioning before, Michael Elise, his he's mixed, and his grew up in England, and his mom is French and represents France.
Hmm.
Matty Cash grew up in England, mixed. He's got mom from Poland, represents Poland. Kolashevsky, Swedish, but from Eastern European roots. And then you have like for example, like Zion Suzuki for Japan. Like,
Hmm.
he's American Japanese mix and
Yeah, yeah, true.
represents Japan. And to me, like, that's what football is. Like, it's like you look at teams now and you just think, oh my god, it's so cool. Like, you got players from and I think the fun part for me is when you see them in interviews and they're using, like, they're speaking, and you're like, oh my god, like, I love the players who can do like 3 or 4 languages. Those are the ones that
Yeah,
impress
it's
me.
cool.
It's like, they're speaking French, and and then they switch to Spanish or Swedish or whatever, and it's just like, yep, that's cool, that's very
Yeah, it
cool.
is. I agree. Yeah.
So yeah, it's absolutely, I mean, I think football, it's now in it's I think it's amazing just watching and learning and enjoying the sport. And then because of how everything is so connected to social media and all that kind of stuff, now it's sort of learning more about the players and them and their lives and all that kind of stuff. It excites me. I enjoy that aspect of it.
Nice.
So yeah, definitely. What's this now said about they're going? Sorry, they're doing something
Yep.
for.
For the American League, right?
Okay, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Noted. Noted. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Noted. Anyway, so that's basically eFootball is the update. There's one last thing I should mention. there's gonna Konami signed something with the African Cup of Nations, and which is going on. It's gonna start from I believe the 19th or something. So next week and the next week or something like that, or this week I think it starts. This weekend, but it's basically the African version of Euros,
Mm,
and so you're gonna have your African teams competing like Morocco, Nigeria, Egypt, all these big teams playing against each other.
right.
I'm looking forward to watching it because I'm putting my money on Morocco. Like these guys, I'm just saying Ashraf Hakimi and those guys on his team, they're crazy good. Brahim Diaz, ooh, boom. And I'm not saying this bias because of the fact that Ashraf Hakimi and Brahim Diaz both played for Real Madrid, but they did. So just putting it out there. But
It just happened to be so.
it
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
happened to be so. So my money's on Morocco.
Mm.
Second, my money's on is Nigeria because I would really love to see Victor Osimhen win something. But at the same time, I don't trust the rest of the Nigerian team. I trust Victor, but I don't trust the rest of them. But you never know. Something can
We'll
happen.
see. We'll see. Exciting though. Yeah.
We'll see. It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be checking that out, and there are gonna be players in the game for the African Cup of Nations, and I will
Not the
of
World Cup.
course be checking that out as well. So that'll be interesting. So yeah, and the World Cup comes next year. Is it next year? Is it
I yeah. You said.
something like
Oh
that?
my. Hold
Something
on.
like that.
I think
Some
so.
something like that. This might be the first World Cup in a
I
while,
know it's
right?
the Winter Olympic Games in February. That I know, but
You know what? We'll
well,
be checking that out. I think we'll check that out together.
yeah.
So yeah, that's it. That's the gaming for me for this
Cool.
week. Leveler. What have you been playing,
Mm.
Raj? I already know what you've been playing, but tell the listeners what you've been playing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, this is according to the show notes for like 2 weeks ago, so it's been
Yes,
a bit,
yes.
little something after that as well. But I gotta start there and not make it too long. But I did finish Little Nightmares 3, the co-op that I did with Joe,
Hmm.
and I can just say, as I felt already like 1, 2 hours in, it's a good co-op game. It's fun to play, and I
Hmm.
can recommend it as a co-op game. Then it kind of makes sense. I wouldn't buy it playing as a single player game, but
Yeah.
co-op definitely. That's great. And as I said, it's nice that it only requires one player out of two
Hmm.
for the co-op to actually own the game.
Hmm.
That's it. So if one player buys it for like $40, if it's still that price, well then it's 2020. So there you go.
Brilliant.
That then it's worth it for sure. So Little Nightmares 3 was fun to play. I've always enjoyed these games, and sure, maybe one and especially two when it comes to the series or the franchise was the best, but this was still fun to play. And that's the most important thing.
I think
Then
it's
I've been diving.
brilliant.
Yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's brilliant. And especially like what you said. Oh my god, I think I just removed you from the screen. How did I do that? I can't see us. Roger, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
Why
here.
why can't I? What just happened?
I don't know. Did you
Like,
click a button?
I think I moved my mouse and it sort of moved the pop-out window and it put us in. I
Ah,
had
okay.
I had a game running before we started the podcast because I was capturing footage for it, and I think it. Oh, there we go.
Right.
Yep, we're back. We're back.
All
Um,
right.
wait, I
Beautiful.
fixed it. I fixed it. Sorry, people. I
No
had a game running
worries.
in the background. I was capturing footage
Yeah.
for what you're seeing on the screen there, and I couldn't
Mm.
close it. So still applies.
Other than that, I just want to say I've continued to play, even though it's yeah. I played some Call of Duty also when it comes to Black Ops 7. As you may know, the game hasn't, well, it wasn't a surprise, hasn't been doing that great.
Hmm.
And I just saw, was it today or yesterday, that Activision now announced that they will not, which was a thing already a year ago, but or 2 years ago, but they changed their minds. They're not gonna like release a game yearly now. They're gonna make a difference. They want to try to meet up with the requests from the community to make better games.
Hmm.
Look at that, and to put more innovation into the games. La
Hmm.
di da. I think this is, of course, it's good to hear. It's good on the paper if they manage to do it. I don't
Hmm.
know, but I think it's good that they like take a time out and think about it because it can't continue like this. It's very same, and it feels a bit hollow, to be
Yeah.
honest. Something you just spit out for the sake of the money,
Hmm.
and very like only commercial thinking and not really like any. yeah, I don't know, artistic wise, not that great. So
Mm-hmm.
that's that. But I mean, I can have fun in the game even so, but it's also very frustrating. Another thing they did, that they announced is like they have this open playlist where skill-based matchmaking doesn't play a big role.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take any big consideration to what kind of skill you have. Well, that sounded good also on the paper, and it was kind of loose when you played the beta and the first 2, maybe 3 weeks after release. But now, bam, it has changed. And of course, we have to take into consideration one, players know their thing now. They have leveled up the weapons, they have prestige, they know they're better, they know the maps, the spot, all those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the whole explanation. I am 100% sure that they have turned it up. Because for me also now, I used to get more mixed lobbies with
Mm-hmm.
also some noobs or newcomers or whatever. Now it's a bit more back to what it was originally also in Black Ops 6, pretty harsh skill-based matchmaking settings. So I don't know what the heck are they doing like that, because they have two different options. You might go into normal matchmaking, which is with skill-based matchmaking for those that wants to. I think that's also kind of weird to have both, like decide which way you're going to go. But that's what's in the game. And then you have the open matchmaking that I just described. So that's one thing. Quite a lot of people are discussing this. At the same time, the game that actually outsold or did better here initially compared to Call of Duty, that most of the time at the end of the year always wins when it comes to sales and a lot of people playing, and that is Battlefield 6.
Mm-hmm.
They went out hard and did really really well, but there's been a problem because the player retention has dipped pretty hard. I think it's like 80% in 8 weeks has
Wow.
dropped from Battlefield 6. Can you imagine that?
I was actually
And
wondering that when you
yeah,
mentioned Call of Duty, I was wondering how Battlefield is doing, but that's a lot though.
yeah, it is, and I think that that's actually true. Yeah, yeah. Black Ops 7 is a failure in many ways, but to be honest, in some ways, Battlefield 6 is a bit of a flop as well.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it is a better game in many aspects, and I streamed it yesterday. And the reason why I did that is I got back to the game because DICE and EA started to realize also, of course, they needed to improve a lot of things in the game because some of the things were half cooked when they released it.
Mm-hmm.
There's bugs, there's performance issues. I think I mentioned when I talked about it here in the podcast that I got really tired of the bad hit registration and the net code that causes like deaths behind cover or behind a corner. On your screen, you see that you're behind a corner and eventually you get killed even so. And when you see the kill cam, well, not in from his perspective, those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not, it's a AAA shooter. It shouldn't be like that. And they addressed it, of course. They listened, of course, and then they knew about this. I mean, they're not newcomers. They made quite a lot of Battlefield games. So they have addressed that. I saw I kid you not, I saw the patch notes,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been reading those for many, many years regarding many, many games. And this was one of the longest lists I've ever seen in a game. It was like, wow. And then you start to, well, my first reaction is, wow, that's great. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's good that they're addressing the problems when it comes to the bugs. They are also looking into the audio because the footsteps and the audio hasn't been good when it comes to, you couldn't really hear footsteps close to you even, and definitely not directional wise, like left, right, above, below you. Where are they? So they have improved that, and but even so, because I streamed the game yesterday, and I felt that yeah, this is improvements. It's definitely better, but it still has quite some way, some distance to go or walk, if you will, as a game before it reaches like maybe its full potential. And I
Yeah.
hope it's not too late because, as said, there's the problems with the game in combination with also, of course, other titles being released. I think that, for example, games such as Arc Raiders has taken a lot of players from, especially Battlefield. I'm pretty sure. So it's like a two-way thing or three-way thing even. There could be more things that comes into play, but I hope they're gonna be able to turn it around. I mean, there will definitely be a community, of course, around both these big titles. But I wanted to mention it,
Mm.
especially now when they did this big update before the end of 2025 regarding Battlefield 6. So hopefully that will please most of the people that are still playing, but maybe also make it possible or give an initiative
Yeah.
for an incentive, so incentive for people to come back that like me took a break for like 2 months. Adam did the same. He and his friend hasn't played Battlefield for like 1.5 months because he also felt the same thing. Now this has to become better. It's not like it was also content wise, when it
Mhm.
starts to, you're waiting and
Nothing
nothing really
comes out.
happens.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a bit slow, right?
it is. It
So we'll
is.
see. But that's been so, yeah, Little Nightmares 3, the co-op, great fun. Black Ops 7, the game is not like bad, but it's not great either. And I've only mainly played the multiplayer. I haven't played Warzone now that was released due to the first season being released.
Mhm.
I don't really care that much. The campaign I probably won't play because I've heard it's just very bad.
Mhm.
So I'm not going to do that. But we'll see. Did you say something there? I was just checking the chat
Oh
for a second or
no,
two.
with something about Need for Speed.
Oh, you're upset that EA basically shelved Need for Speed, not even making an attempt to make a remaster of '05 Most Wanted, even though the community wants it. Now, yeah, well, there you go. It's there's been games. Yeah, I've seen other games being like shelved, and it's kind of weird when they got to be careful what they say and promise before they can back it up properly, I guess.
Yeah, I
It's
think I think there's also the thing too as well is that a lot of old games have been removed from storefronts. So
yes.
I was talking to my missus about we were talking about games essentially. I was sitting here and we were talking about games, and I was telling her about, oh, you know what? We were talking about music. It started off as, and I was like, oh, you know, this song. This was like one of my best favorite songs. But I first time I heard it was from FIFA back in the day. Great song in this FIFA. This was the best FIFA. Oh, you know what? Let me go check that FIFA out. I'm sure I have it on my EA account.
Yay.
I log into my EA account and I download the game and I run it and I'm like the music sounds great and I'm like, oh my god, it's great. I missed this. It's good times. And then I go and I'm like, oh, you know what? I started telling about other FIFA games that came after. I was like, I should probably pick up these other FIFA games that came out after because they're probably gonna be super cheap. You
Right.
can't purchase them. They're not available for
Uh,
purchase. You are unless you already own them, you can't purchase them. But if you can get them through that EA subscription thing, so it just shows, a lot of games are no longer available for purchase on software, and we've known this for a while.
yeah.
But considering the fact that, as Nalu mentioned with regards to Need for Speed and all that kind of stuff, I don't know even if that game is available to purchase. Like the old Need for Speed, the '05 version, is that even available for purchase? I highly
I'm not
doubt it.
sure. Yeah.
I highly doubt it's going to be available for purchase right now. Because if I go on Steam right now and I search Need for Speed, um, I see Most Wanted 2000, Hot Pursuit. I see
Hmm.
Payback. I see Burnout Paradise and Need for Speed Unbound. Don't see any of the others. Don't see any of the others, and that's
Okay.
the thing. So, whew, if you didn't have
Yeah.
it, you don't have it. You never will. It's basically what they're saying.
Yeah.
If you didn't get
You're
it when
right.
it was there, you ain't getting it now. So,
Hmm.
if you have some of those classics, hold on to them. Hold on to them. Not
Right.
even I would say what you're saying there now. It's not on Steam, but also it probably might even be on the EA store because, as I said, on the EA store I couldn't find FIFA 17, 18, and 19 for purchase. Not available.
No, that's true. No, they shelved games as well. It's hard to find certain titles, definitely,
Yeah.
like older. So yeah.
Like, look, you don't need this anymore. You could buy the new one. you could pay. You could pay us for a subscription, and then the
Sure.
subscription will be all you need.
But that happens also if you think about movies, which we're getting into soon, or TV series when it comes to certain streaming services.
Yep.
Some get removed, like they will, you know, you can't find them any longer. So
This is why people need NAS systems in their houses with
yeah,
all the stuff they need backed up just in case. You never know when they'll take it away from us. So,
exactly.
so yeah, I guess with that,
Yeah.
let's talk about some telly. And what I've been watching is something that I started watching tonight, just before the podcast. I watched like 2 episodes of it. and so because I haven't really been watching much of anything. I've just been reading and reading webtoons and watching YouTube stuff. I've not really been
Yeah.
watching telly, and I was like, oh crap, we've got podcasts tonight. What am I gonna talk about? And I go through my watching. I'm like, I already watched anything new. So I was like, oh, there's this thing in my watch list that I've been meaning to watch. Let me give that a
Mm.
look at. I'll watch 2 episodes of it. And I did. I squeezed in 2 episodes before the podcast. And that is the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. That's a whole name.
Ew.
It's a long name. A
Wow.
very
Yep.
long name. Right? And so this is about an assassin. He's a very refined assassin. You hear him talk and he's got refinement in his voice. He's like, yes, you should aim 5 meters down to the left, and yes, of course, give me a cup of tea while you have it, and I'll. Yep, he's dead. Let's move on. Yes, very nice and aristocrat like. And so he gets reincarnated as an aristocrat in a fantasy world. And so he's like a little boy now, and he's still got his aristocratic ways, but his voice is not high pitched. So he's like, "Hey, yes, of course, fine, yes, I'll have my tea, blah blah blah." But he's got all the memories and everything of being this finest assassin.
Yeah.
And so when he's like with his mom in this new world, because he goes through the whole process of being born and everything like that. His mom is like giving him hugs and stuff. Oh God, you're so cute! Oh, and she's hugging him, and he's like, "Oh mother, calm down. Like it's you're smothering me too much." And his mother is trying to cook, and he's like, "Oh, let me do the cooking, mother. If you just put a little bit of that." And he's now like a little bit older, and the mother feels upset because she's like, "Oh, I can't even take care of you. You can do everything on your own." And so it's good. It's hilarious. It's a very funny series so far, but it's also got some grit to it, and I like it. 12 episodes so far for season one. I don't know if there's a season two yet. We'll have to check it out. There might be a season two. Who knows? But I'm episode 2 in season one, and so far so good. So far I'm having a good old time with it. Only 2 episodes down so far, Nalu. Only two. I only started tonight, so we will get there. We will get there. But so far so good. It is. Let's see the score for it. 7.3 on my list. I would say for me, right now, I'm not going to give it a score yet because I'm only on episode 2. But right now, solid 9. Solid 9. Yeah, I'm just saying. Solid 9. I'm just very high. Very high. I like the characters. So far, the main character is very interesting. I like the secondary character who is, I guess she's the main waifu or something. She's like this teacher, this mage teacher that's supposed to help teach you magic. And I love the mom. She's just like, oh, the best, you know. And so yeah, the dad is alright. He's alright.
He's a
Anybody
dad.
anybody care about that character? He's alright. Nah, he's cool. He's cool. He's cool. So far, so good. Good storyline. I won't spoil how he gets reincarnated because I think that's part of the story and that's more entertaining to see. But it's quite good. It is quite good. Good setup, everything like that. I was like, I know it's an isekai. I know it's gonna have isekai stuff, but I was like, how are they gonna get it? How is it gonna happen? And the way it happened, I was like, yeah, I'm alright with that. That's alright. That's all good. So yeah, that is my recommendation for this week. I caught up on the manga and the light novel. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I've done that with enough series. I need to watch some stuff, or I will never watch
Yeah.
anything. And all we'll talk about on the podcast is, well, I was reading this and I was reading that, and there would be
Sure.
no telly for me. There'd just be reading. So, Raj, have you been reading anything?
Oh yes, I have, but that's not why we're here, right? It's because now we're going to talk about something I've been watching, and again, it's been stuff after this one due
Mhm,
to us not podcasting in a while. But I have been watching a series that I first, when you start to watch something and you're
mhm,
like, oh, how is this going to be?
mhm,
Episode 1, episode 2, and then I'm like, is this good? Will I continue or should I just skip?
mhm.
I'm really glad I stick with the series because it became really good.
Okay.
The series I'm talking about is on Netflix and it's called Black Rabbit.
Mhm.
It's a TV miniseries from
Yeah.
this year, 2025, and this is interesting. It's Jude Law and Jason Bateman,
Hmm.
uh, both really good actors.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've talked about, for example, Jason Bateman in Ozark, which is also a series I highly recommend. Really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think this, yeah, it's 8 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
and they are two brothers. It's in New York, and they are owners of a, well, I would say Jude Law is taking care of the place, more or less, a restaurant called Black Rabbit,
Mm-hmm.
bar slash restaurant, right? And what happens is when the owner of this New York City hotspot, sorry, allows his turbulent brother back in his life, because the Jason Bateman is away for quite some years. He was this guy that is nice, but everything around him and everything he does goes wrong, which can be quite annoying,
Mm-hmm.
in the series. But oh, he's such a good actor when it's the
Yes.
dynamic. And I have to say, it's great to see Jude Law in a role like this. I haven't really done that quite, in depth, like serious, and this is defined, by the way, like crime drama
Mm-hmm.
thriller, I would say. But he comes back either way, and hello, oh, you're here, okay, yeah. So he opens the door, unfortunately, I would say, to escalating dangers that threaten to bring down everything that is built up.
Mm-hmm.
And it becomes quite intertwined and weird and bad. And at the same time, some funny scenes, and also some, again, it's great acting.
Mm-hmm.
And I really recommend this series, Black Rabbit, if
Mm-hmm.
you're into it. I think they're doing a great job. It's not only these two guys, of course. There's others like Cleopatra Coleman. Oh, she's beautiful as well. Um, that is co-working with Jude Law when it comes to his business plans of expanding and whatever have you. And yeah, it's definitely worth it while watching. I really liked it. As I said, because they start, when something's starting slow, but that's just a good platform of starting to build something. Like, not revealing too much, get to know the characters. Oh, that's him. Oh, that's the other brother. Oh, he's back. Okay, got it. And it takes off from there. It
Mm-hmm.
has a 7.3 on IMDb. I'm
Very
gonna give
high.
it, yeah, I would give it an close to an 8,
Oh, wow.
7.9, 7.8. Yeah, because it just, and it's sad too. I mean, it's a lot of emotions in this, right? So be prepared for that if you're watching. Uh, but it's beautifully made. And again, the acting, dude, like they are so good. So yeah, Black Rabbit, highly recommended.
And what
Mm,
I'd just like to add to this, I haven't seen this film yet, but I just like to add to this. Jason Bateman is I think he's modern day like top when it comes to like
yeah,
actors right now. Like the guy don't miss. Like
yeah,
he's got range. Like from being
yeah,
a Homelander in The Boys to Arrested Development to the guy can do anything, right? He
yeah,
can
yeah. It's,
he can
it's,
play any character. Like you can have him as he was in Hancock. He was in he was in he was Homeland in The Boys, right? I just have to just verify because I'm starting to quite second guess myself.
uh, I'm not sure that is him.
Or
Is
did I
it?
mix him up?
Or is it?
Looks just like him. Let me see. We gotta verify.
No, it's true. This is the thing, that when the AI answers me, the connection between Jason Bateman and Homelander comes from fans seeing a resemblance or suggesting him for the role. But Anthony Starr actually plays Homelander in The Boys.
Right, right.
But
Anthony Starr
if
does
you
look like
see,
him. Oh
yeah,
my god,
but
they
there are
look.
definitely similarities. If you have pictures, which I have right now watching, that's why I became insecure. I need to check it out myself. But I kind of knew that that wasn't the case. But I wanted to just be
They look
100% sure.
so similar, but he's been in a lot of stuff. He's been in again. He was in Arrested Development, which was a hilarious series. If you haven't seen it, I think you should check it out. Um, to playing roles like he was also in Hancock and quite a few other I'd say bigger movies and
Yeah,
TV series and so forth as just he's a really good actor, I think, and I think
Yeah, he is.
for
As I said,
this,
like Ozark alone,
yes,
for me, is definitely worth watching. Just if you like him or like a good series, for sure.
hmm
Yeah.
definitely, it was like
Mm.
8.4 on IMDb. You know,
Yeah. Right. Mm.
absolutely exceptional, exceptional. Arrested Development was at 8.6, and those are his two, I
Yeah.
guess, most known stuff. And he's the guy don't miss. He don't miss.
Yeah. No.
So yeah, definitely. I think this is worth a watch by just from the fact of him being on the cast is a big win, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, and as said again, the dynamic between him and Jude Law is very interesting. They both do it really well.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, Trustworthy is, I guess. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. That's that. That's the TV.
Definitely, definitely. I can hear
That's it.
some thumping of stuff upstairs above me.
Oh,
What are
really?
the kids
Okay.
doing upstairs? Anyway, I can see a recommendation from Nalu. If I could recommend a decent isekai, I would recommend My Status as an Assassin obviously exceeds the hero as well. Ooh, interesting. We'll check that out, Nalu.
The
So
titles again.
thank you for the
Wow.
recommendation. I shall put it on my to watch list. And Raj,
Yeah.
have anything else?
Uh, I don't think so. I think we have been covering everything we wanted. At least I know I have. So if
Same,
you
same.
are you ready? Are
Yeah,
you ready? Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Let's do this.
Then, yeah, then let's do it. Let's call it a day. Let's wrap it up. And as always, thank you for being here. Thanks for the support, listening, watching, talking, communicating. Take care. Have a beautiful week, and hopefully we will be able to do at least one episode before Christmas that comes around the corner very soon. So take care. Have a beautiful week, and with that, muffin and out.
Beautiful as always. So that, guys, as always, you can find Raj at 40 Splish Splash. That's the number for the SPLISH. He streams on a Tuesday and a Sunday. That's correct.
That is correct.
You can find me at LP Garden. That's LPGRDIN. Garden to you pretty much everywhere else. Golden Good Award nominated Demon Slayer Infinite Castle Part 1 was nominated for Best Motion Picture. Interesting. I don't actually watch a lot of award ceremonies, so I wouldn't know that. But interesting. Thank you, Nalu. You can find me at LB Garden. I think I just said that. You can find us at Simply
Yeah, yeah,
Binge or at Simply Binge UK pretty much everywhere else. And as always, we wouldn't like you guys to miss out on any of the episodes of That Beautiful Life podcast. Many beautiful people like you subscribe to this podcast on Castbox, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, simplybinge.com, and elsewhere. And we're so confident they like it that we're giving it for free. So, as always, guys, this conclude. Real pleasure. It's a wrap. That is the episode. We're coming up on the hour. So with that, I think
yeah.
yeah.
We call it a day.
I think we call
Mm.
it. Right, people. On. See you guys next one.
Later.